The Amtrak train, which derailed during its first ever run along a faster new route, was traveling at 81 miles per hour on a curve with a 30 miles per hour speed limit, the NTSB has confirmed.
3 people were killed and around 100 were injured when the train hurtled off an overpass Monday near Tacoma and spilled some of its cars onto the highway below on a route that had raised safety concerns.
The NTSB announced late Monday that the train's data recorder shows the train was traveling at 80 miles per hour in the 30 miles per hour zone.
A website that maps location and speed using data from Amtrak's Train Tracker app also showed the train was going 81.1 miles per hour, about a quarter of a mile from the point where it derailed, where the speed limit is significantly lower.
A track chart prepared by the Washington State Department of Transportation shows the maximum speed drops from 79 miles per hour to 30 miles per hour for passenger trains just before the tracks curved across Interstate 5, which is where the train went off the tracks.
The chart, dated February 7, 2017, was submitted to the Federal Railroad Administration in anticipation of the start of passenger service along a new bypass route that shaves 10 minutes off the trip between Seattle and Portland.
It was not clear how fast the train was moving at the precise moment when it derailed.
An official briefed on the investigation told the Associated Press that preliminary signs indicate that train 501 may have struck something before going off the track.
The official was not authorized to discuss the investigation publicly and spoke on the condition of anonymity.
In addition, the new high-tech Positive Train Control (PTC) system that each of the brand Amtrak Cascade engines are equipped with was not switched on.
The PTC computer system, which prevents the train from exceeding a speed limit and can detect objects or collisions, that is fitted to all the new Charger locomotives on the Seattle to Portland line.
However, according to CNN, at a conference call today, Amtrak President and co-CEO Richard Anderson said Positive Train Control was not activated on the tracks at the time.
The Pierce County Sheriff's Office said 13 of the train's 14 cars derailed.
One of them crashed onto freeway below, hitting 5 cars and 2 semi-trucks.
Multiple motorists were injured, but none killed.
City of DuPont Fire Chief Larry Creekmore also says more than 100 patients transported for treatment.
A U.S.
official who was briefed on the investigation said earlier that at least 6 people were killed.
It wasn't immediately clear how to reconcile the numbers.
One of those injured was 38-year-old Del Desart, from Astoria, Oregon, who was returning from a Seattle Seahawks game.
He was traveling in the third car when suddenly he felt the train shaking, then everything went dark.
His wife Megan, 38, told DailyMail.com he usually drives to the games, but decided to take the train on Monday because he thought it would be safer.
He felt the train was shaking back and forth and he started to hold on very tightly, she said from Linmore Hospital in Tacoma.
He was in the third car and it completely derailed. It flipped over.
He was pinned under train parts.
The person behind him didn't make it.
Megan rushed to his hospital bedside, where she found him very beat up.
Dell, a buyer for a hospital, is currently undergoing tests, including X-rays and a CT scan, but is in stable condition.
He is pretty traumatized, she added.
Train 501 was going south to Portland, Oregon when it derailed while crossing a bridge over Interstate 5 near DuPont, Washington around 7:40 a.m. Pacific Time, causing at least one car to fall onto the freeway below.
The train was making the inaugural run on the new Cascade route as part of a $180.7 million project designed to speed up service by removing passenger trains from a route along Puget Sound that's bogged down by curves, single-track tunnels and freight traffic.
The Amtrak schedule called for the train to leave Seattle around 6 a.m. and arrive in Portland about 3.5 hours later.
The new route includes a bypass built on an existing inland rail line that runs along Interstate 5 from Tacoma to DuPont, near where Train 501 derailed.
Track testing was completed in January and February in advance of Monday's launch, according to the Washington State Department of Transportation.
The possibility that the wreck was caused by something on the tracks fed into concerns voiced by local officials about the risk of high-speed trains crossing busy streets.
The mayor of a town near the derailment had warned about the danger of an accident at a public meeting only 2 weeks ago.